Congratulations on the film. Tell us a little, set up the premise a little bit, and talk about the whole setup for the film.
Well, the film is called Memes and Nightmares. It's premiering February 20th exclusively on Hulu. The film takes a deep dive into just the world of NBA Twitter, the culture behind it, the people behind it, the men and women that have made NBA Twitter the most essential sports social community on the planet. And the central plot point is a popular meme goes missing. Me and my co-star Jamel Johnson go on a hunt to try to find it. In the process of doing that, we learn a lot about ourselves, and not only about ourselves, but also about the basketball community. We also learn the impact that these memes have. A lot of NBA players have been turned into memes throughout their careers. So J.R. Smith being the kind of central plot point in this film, but we just learn about the impact that these memes have on the everyday lives of these people, and sometimes the negative side, the good, the bad, the ugly of what comes with meme culture.
Okay, why don't you start by explaining for the uninitiated what the JR meme is?
So J.R. Smith squinting meme is a meme of J.R. Smith squinting in eyes like this, has a lot of different interpretations, representations, but I think the main thing and what we try to highlight in the film is that it created a lot of negativity in J.R. Smith's own life every time he would see it. And you also learn about the dark side of social media. Every time he'd open the platform, questionable play would happen around the league. People would resort to using this meme. And as you get to know JR, which I have over the past couple of years, with the meme represented versus the reality of who he is as a man are two completely different things. So in the film, as is in real life, I don't use that particular meme anymore, just because I saw the negative impact that it had on him, and out of respect for him and the friendship relationship that we've developed. But I hope people can understand too, and I had to learn this along the way as well, is that when you're making memes, when you're utilizing meme culture, there is a negative impact, negative connotation that it has on the people who are actually memed. And in the film, I actually become a meme myself, so I have to get a taste of my own medicine and learn what happens, when things go wrong like that.
Why do you think that memes have taken off with the basketball community?
Well, I think memes, not just basketball, but just in the entire scope of life, it's a form of communication nowadays. I think the social and cultural impact that memes have had, especially now in present society, have been phenomenal. But just a different form of communication. It's almost like hieroglyphics back in the day. You try to read those hieroglyphics, decipher what the hell is going on and how could anybody understand this language. Well, it's the same way about memes now. You look at these memes, you got to be in the know, you got to be in the conversation to really understand and get them. And it's cool for me to see people who, NBA Twitter, there's not like an official membership form you fill. You really just, create a Twitter account, go out there and use it. And if you're a fan of a team or a player, or whatever it may be, you start talking about that team or player. But as you start to learn the do's and don'ts and rules and regulations of the game, there's no manual for it. So really, anybody who wants to be a part or involved in NBA Twitter, you're already involved if you like basketball, if you like sports. But you got to learn the do's and don'ts and how to move, or your experience can be very different depending on what your knowledge is.
Well, what are your major do's and don'ts of memeing?
Be respectful. I think for me, when I first started, you talk a lot about trolls and troll culture within the meme world. Now, as I've grown and my status has grown and I'm doing a lot of stuff, I was doing a lot of stuff before I made this film, doing a lot of stuff now, where you have the people like LeBron James, like Kevin Durant, like Steph Curry that actually follow you and look at your content. I have to be respectful of those guys. Because when I see them, I want it to be brotherly and, I want it to be friendly and amicable. I don't want a situation where we might have to get into some fisticuffs or anything like that. But just be respectful, I think, of the community. Understand the difference between a joke and crossing the line into something that's potentially offensive. Me, I have a problem with that. I'm a habitual line stepper. But as I've gotten older, in my old age, using the platform and kind of becoming an elder statesman for the platform, really just try to help set a tone that other people can see and hopefully follow.
Just out of curiosity, does the NBA ever give memers a problem about rights and stuff like that when they use clips?
No, I think that's what's made the NBA, they really embrace this culture. And it's funny, people talk a lot nowadays about the declining viewership of the league, but when you look on social, the numbers are only going up. So, people, I think the NBA has been really embracing, really encouraging the fans better than any other sports league. You talk about MLB that is very strict in terms of reusing content and doesn't really see the value or understand the value in social media and meme culture versus the NBA, who, as long as it's respectful, I think they don't have a problem with it. And even sometimes it may be disrespectful, but at the end of the day, it's helping to promote the sport, promote the game, and helping to grow the game.
Finally, what's your favorite meme?
I get asked this all the time. Like it fluctuates from minute to minute, day to day. Probably if I had to, if everybody who's seen The Last Dance, Michael Jordan's security guard after he beat him in the game of quarters and he hit him with the shrug, basically mocking Jordan for what he did. I think against the Blazers back in the day. Probably my favorite meme, but I can't pinpoint one from day to day. As I open my phone, see what's going on in the world, the mind just starts churning and so many amazing ones that it's hard to just limit it to one. But I know everybody has to have their favorite song or their favorite food or their favorite whatever. For me, I have so many different favorites, but I would say the MJ security guard shrug is definitely near the top of the list.
Josiah, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us today about the film. We hope everyone gets a chance to see it when it streams on Hulu.
Thank you so much. Memes and Nightmares, streaming February 20th, exclusively on Hulu.
Thanks for watching the You Interview channel. With over 3,000 original celebrity videos, we have one of the largest collections of celebrity interviews anywhere. So remember to like and comment on our videos and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get more involved, you can become a member of the channel. Membership has its perks. You can see exclusive celebrity videos and get the opportunity to ask our celebrity guests questions. We can't wait to hear from you.